Hi, this is Marcia, and today I'm going to be talking about how to use Zoom. Yes, Zoom is a great platform to connect with your students even while you are at home in quarantine. This is a great way to make sure that you can see them, you can talk to them, you can show them what they need to do for homework. It's just a really good access tool and it's free. So today I'm going to start out in a three-part series. Part one is going to go over the Zoom features. Part two is going to actually go in and show you how to launch and how to manage participants. And part three is going to walk you through some extra bonus features that you might not know about Zoom. So let's get started with part one. Alright, so I've logged into Zoom.us. Zoom.us is where you're going to kind of start to create your account. So I have already created an account, but you can do this by joining a meeting, hosting a meeting, or your account. When I go into my account, these are the settings that you can see. First of all, your profile. It'll go through, show you what you have. It will have your different meetings. I set up pre-existing meetings. The pre-existing meetings are there so I could just always have them reoccurring. And I know if I send out a link to my students or my staff that they're going to be able to go to that same link multiple times without having to go find a different one. And it's going to make my life a little bit easier when I'm scheduling. I can set up webinars. It is a paid part of Zoom, but you could try webinars. That's if you're going to have more than 100 people. But if you're not going to have more than 100 people, I just stay with the regular Zoom meetings. Recordings. In my recordings, I can send it to the cloud or local. If I have a computer that doesn't have a lot of memory space, like a Chromebook, I'm probably going to send my recordings to the cloud. Local means I'm going to store them to my hard drive. And you can see I don't have any cloud, but I do have some local recordings. And you can see all the different local recordings that I have and that I have hosted. Now let's go into settings. The settings are important. I highly recommend that you take time going through reading what each one of these features are. Just as of today, every Zoom meeting has higher protection to keep teachers safe and students safe as far as when they're getting logged in. Therefore, everyone will be sent to a waiting room. That is one new feature that is turned on. Also, they turned on that you will be needing a passcode. It's a 6-digit code that will be regenerated and you'll be able to use to get into your classroom. So let's go through some of these features to show you that. All right, start the host video with your video on. That means as soon as you get on, your face will appear. I have it turned off because sometimes I want to make sure I'm ready to go, set up before I take off and start doing the video. Participant videos are off. I can set it so they go on automatically. It's up to you. Right now I have it off. I have it so they could do it with telephone and computer. That means they can call in on their phones or the computers. But see, you could just go through here and see what's happening. Here's what I'm talking about. Require a password when scheduling a new meeting. Require password for instant meetings. Those are the things that just are now, and I highly recommend for safety reasons that you have those still turned on. That way you can make sure that you are giving out and getting people that you want to attend your meeting, not other people who are trying to hack into your meeting. So here are some of the things. Now let's keep going down. One of the things that I turned on is that I allow the chat room to be available, and I also leave the chat room during my Zoom meeting, so I record it. So as soon as I'm done recording, it will automatically save to my local hard drive, and all the chat questions will be saved as well. So that way, if I'm working on a Zoom meeting and I don't see somebody's question, I can go back and answer it at a later time. Keep going down. You got to keep going. You can see what's going on. I have a paid version, so therefore I'm able to do a polling. You might not be able to because if you aren't paying for it and just using the free one. Here you can who can share your screens. I allow everybody to share a screen, but then I can override it anytime and I can jump on and share my screen back. Whiteboard, remote controls, all of these things are very simple and easy, but I do want to talk about this one right here, this breakout room. A breakout room, I have tried it in the last couple of weeks and I love it. What I do is I pose a question to my team of teachers that I'm working with, and then I'm like, you're going to go into the breakout room, talk with your team, and you're going to discuss, and then I'll bring you back. So a breakout room sends them out, the participants out into different rooms, but then it brings them back together. Now, of course, some questions come up like, how do you monitor? What does that look like? I have gone back through my recordings, and I am able to see what's happening in the rooms when I jump in and out of the room. So I just tell the kids and teachers that, hey, I'm going to be jumping in, and all appropriate needs to be followed during this time of the breakout room. I can also do saved captions. I can have it as like saved captions. This is the one that just talked about the waiting room. The waiting room, the one that is just now on. That means you have to be in a waiting room before you are allowed to attend the meeting. So you automatically put in the waiting room. I get a notification somebody is there, and then I can then up and let you come into the classroom. So here are some of the things that you can do when you're setting it up. I just highly recommend going through the settings, because this is what's really powerful about Zoom, are all these settings that you can manage and manipulate, and it's very self-explanatory. Take a look at it. So that's part one of the Zoom. Next, I'm going to go into an actual Zoom meeting and show you what some of the features are from my viewpoint as the host. All right, I'll see you back here in a minute.